Um, okay, I'm welcoming my team to week 5 on our 6-week challenge, and some of the exciting news is that we have at least 3 people who have achieved their 6% goal early. Woo-hoo! And one is Melissa.
Yay!
As well as Karen Clemens. Today, I read on the wall that Jerry Oglesby met his. Okay. Oh, here comes somebody. It's Jerry.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, I think this might be Karen. Is this Karen?
It sounds like Karen.
Is this Karen Piper?
No, it's Julie. Hey!
Oh, Julie! Yes! Yay! We're glad you're here, Julie. Oh, and here comes. Just a minute. Oh, we have Karen Clemens and Julie on the screen. Anyway, I was just welcoming everybody to week 5. Congratulating the 3 people so far that have met their 6% goal. A number of you have met your 1%. Oh, here's another person. This is a San Diego person. Is this Holly?
Karen.
Okay, so there's Karen Clemens, Julie Carson, and
and the water.
Anyway, I was congratulating Karen Clemens, Melissa Hartley, and Jerry Oglesby for making their 6% goal. And I want to welcome all of you to this call. And thank you so much, Julie, for your efforts getting in on your phone, as well as you, Karen. We have Kim Rice in the Eastern Time Zone, and we have Carol Rose and Karen Clemens in the
Pacific Coast.
Pacific Standard Time, California, and then we have Melissa and I in Texas. So we're just all spread out. But,
can they just the phone call? They can't see us.
No.
Right? No. Okay.
Unless they're looking on. Well, depends on if they.
I'm looking at you online.
See how there's 2 squares? There's a square in the middle. That's Karen's computer, and then she's on her phone because she hasn't uploaded Zoom. So
Gotcha.
she can see us, but we can't see her.
I'm guilty. I forgot about it.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to go around and see if some of you have something to celebrate this week. It can be a non-scale victory. It could be anything. So how about you, Karen Clemens? Do you have something to celebrate?
Gosh, I don't know. This has kind of been a challenging week, emotionally challenging week. And I think, if anything, it was that I didn't let it get to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
That's huge. That's a huge.
In a negative way.
Mm-hmm. Good for you. So you overcame a frustrating situation with 2 difficult relatives, and you did not allow it to torpedo you for the rest of the day, nor torpedo your eating plan. So that's a double clap for me. I mean, that's a gold star if you ask me. But so, Melissa, do you have something that you're celebrating this week?
Other than 34 Valentines with my husband.
34 Valentines. What does that mean?
34 years.
Yes, got it. Sorry. So now
no,
that's
fine.
Celebrating 34 years of marriage.
No, 30 years. Yes,
30 Valentine's days with him.
Yes, and 30 years of marriage in May.
Okay.
Fabulous.
That is fabulous. That's worth celebrating.
But this week, I would say this week, my major victory was, it was a really busy week with lots of school stuff and lots of church things that I was in charge of. Mm-hmm. And I can say for the first time in a long time, I went nonstop this week until just probably yesterday evening. Well, no, till today, because I didn't even get home yesterday until after 8:30 last night. Uh-huh. But I can say I really found that I actually have more energy. Woo! Just losing the 12 pounds that I've lost, I still have a ways to go, but man, I found I already have so much more energy.
That is a fabulous victory right there, and wow, that's something to celebrate. And can you imagine how much energy you're going to have this summer when you are touring Paris and London?
Yes, exciting.
Okay. Let's see, Kim, do you have a victory?
Do I have a victory?
While you're thinking about it, you may have had a victory. You may think about it. But let me think. Well, Carol, why don't you share with us? Can you think of something? It can be a non-scale victory.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is an emotional time for me, and selfishly, I can't wait for Valentine's to be over.
Yeah.
Amen.
It's been hard, and someone who's been in the widows group said sometimes because you're in a different place the second year when the dates come up, that it's a different kind of hard. And so I'm going to spend Valentine's with Marcia, my best friend. Kim knows my friend. I'm just going to go spend the night at her house and go. Shadow Mountain has a Annex church up in Encinitas, which is 45 minutes from here.
Right.
So I'm going to just up and leave my house and go spend it with my friend. We're going to go out to dinner at one of my favorite places, and just because it's just been a hard time coming up to this day. And I'm sure next year we'll be here, you know, so.
Well, I want to commend you for making new traditions, you know.
Okay.
Spending a special day like this with a dear friend, not spending it in your home, but spending it there and going out to dinner and visiting.
I need to get out and do something other than being at home. So
and visiting that church plant that Shadow Mountain has up in Encinitas should be really
I know. I'm excited about seeing that. So yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Now, Julie, did you find that you had some sort of victory or non-scale? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm the latecomer to this group, and I really one of the several things that for me this week, I am not a breakfast eater. I get up and eat breakfast every morning. I'm very mindful of what I put in my mouth because I'm thinking about how many calories are going in there and how much am I going to have to work off.
Yes.
And third is that if my scales are close to my mother's scales at the nursing home, I've lost 16 pounds.
Woo! Now say this again about.
I weighed at the nursing home yesterday, and by that I've lost 16 pounds.
Wow.
Oh, that's fabulous too.
Does that mean you have already exceeded your 6%?
Well, I would think so.
I don't know, you know. But anyway, wow, that's huge. And
yeah, I really, you know, really wanted to really knock out some pounds before next weekend for my nephew's wedding.
Oh,
so you know,
so you have
I've really been watching my calories and, you know, not trying to eat anything except to keep my body fueled, you know.
And what a nice, you've got a reason, you've got a goal, you know, the wedding.
I do.
That's
and then I have another one in August, so, you know, then I'm really going to hit it again with more exercise. You know, my schedule is as that I'm raising 3 small children, and I'm myself, and I'm a grandmother. So it takes a toll. And, yeah, Melissa, I want some of your energy.
Well, congratulations, Julie. That is awesome. I know we've been a little out of touch, so I didn't know what kind of progress you had. You can go in and update your weight. You know, all you have to do is go on the main wall where it says weigh in, and you click on that, and you can put what your weight is, and then it will populate on your screen, and it'll tell you how many % you've already lost. I mean, you've lost 6.5, you know.
Okay.
And so you're updated weekly or every other week. And I was amazed.
Yeah.
Jerry didn't get on the scale till maybe a week ago, And then he got on today, and he's already made his 6%. To me,
Yeah.
I'm curious.
That's
Well, I
good.
try not to do it every day because then that just frustrates me.
Now,
So,
what
you know, I try not to weigh every day because if I do, it frustrates me if I don't lose.
exactly.
Right.
You know, so I just try to hang in there for a week and just try to weigh, you know, Monday or Tuesday. But I was a little late this week.
Okay.
But
I
like
want,
I said, I just really tried and really watched what I've eaten. But my best accomplishment is eating breakfast every day.
and I imagine that
That's
gives you more
good.
energy in the morning, right, Julie? You feel better?
I'm sorry?
Don't you feel better in that, early morning,
I
mid-morning?
do, and it helps. You know, I tell you what, I know when that 3 hours rolls around, though.
Yeah.
It's time to eat again.
Okay. Well, and a little word to the wise. I have 3 people here that I think have at least met their 6% goal, and some of you are in the 1%. You can do it too. You know, we're going to have a rolling weigh out. People will be able to weigh out between the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. I want to encourage those who have already met your goal to go ahead and weigh out early, what I call early. That way it cuts down on traffic. I don't know if we call it traffic, but
If you've lost it.
uploading your picture so we don't freeze the meltdown challenge servers, or whatever you want to call it, because they had a problem last fall. But
How early can you do that, Kim?
22nd.
Isn't that the 22nd? Okay.
22nd, and see what it was. We'll have a pop-up show up. You know how, remember how we kept having this pop-up saying, weigh in now, weigh in now. Well, there'll be a pop-up that will say, you can weigh out now. And especially if you've been updating your weight, the meltdown challenge will know that you've met your weight and that you've met your points. That's the thing. You have to meet your points and your weight to be able to weigh out as a cash winner. So, Julie, crank up your points as best you can. I said, Julie, crank up your points as best you can, these next few days. And if you get up to 1,000, they may give you guys some extra point opportunities. As long as you get 1,000 points and you've met your weight, you'll get cash back. So that's exciting.
So, I thought you got a new number.
Well, you do. Yes, you do. Excuse me, I didn't get that detail. But what happens when on your screen where it says "Weigh out now"? You a specific 5-digit number that you write down on a card and you place by your feet and you take a picture of it. That's exactly right, Carol.
Okay.
And then you upload that, and then someone verifies that it's the same person. What I'm saying, let's say somebody met their weight goal but only has 300 points. There's no sense in weighing out,
Right.
You're not a winner. Yeah. Anyway.
You have to have both.
Yes.
But I opted out of the points anyway.
Pardon?
Remember, I opted out of the points?
Well, you opted out of side points. You opted out of, I don't know if you misunderstood, you opted out of side contests, like a high point contest for this week or that week.
Oh, okay.
That's what you opted out. Like you didn't, well, for instance, there's a team challenge. The top 5 teams will get cash. Now we've been hanging around the 140, 155 range, which is not bad when you.
I think the top 200 teams should get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm for that.
Yeah, but getting back to cash, I'm really curious how much you guys are going to cash out this time, because we have over 7 times the amount of people in this event. We only had 2,000 last time. I think we had more than 15,000. I'm curious if you'll get more than $50. I mean, Karen Piper got around 50, and I think Karen Clemens got 47. I don't know.
47.72.
Okay. Yeah, and Pammy just got $12 because she didn't make her 6%. So anyway,
Do they split? Do they like split it evenly between all of those that meet their 6% and the?
Yes, and the reason that I was talking about those other amounts, last time they had a weekly high point challenge where, like they said, everybody has the highest points will split $500. You know, and by the time you have all these people splitting it, some of us got $3. I have not seen them do that this time. You know what I mean? They're doing a wacky photo contest, wacky this contest, you know. So it's different each time. But in answer to you, Melissa, yes, people that weigh out who have completed their challenge by completing their points and their portion of their weight challenge, they're equally the prize pot, which is half of that $20 ante. One-fourth of that $20 ante went to weekly prizes, and the other fourth went to Meltdown Challenge to manage the site.
Okay, and so as I understand, you can't do it before the 22nd of February.
You don't have a way to do it because you
don't have a number.
Have access to your number. Yeah.
Okay.
So as Jerry says, he just has to make sure he doesn't flip up.
Yeah.
You know, eat too much stuff. But well, first of all, before we go further, I want to wish all of you a happy Valentine's Day. And I know Valentine's, there's usually some special dinner and all that. And I want to encourage you that, you know, you can eat out and you can have a special dessert. And I would encourage you to split it with someone or more people around the table, because Dr. A has shared that, you know, we get the satisfaction of that dessert in the first 3 or 4 bites. And, you know, that's a strategy of feeling like, save those bites, I've had a treat, you know, and that way I don't really torpedo my progress. But you know, I don't know how we're doing on our time because I haven't seen a timer going.
I haven't seen it come up either.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask you guys, what is one takeaway that you will take with you beyond the challenge? You know, and this could be something you read. This could be something that someone said to you. You know, I'm just curious what one takeaway is.
For me, I know that it is definitely, I would say the biggest thing well, 2 big things, and that's the importance of drinking tons of water.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
The second thing is the multiple smaller meals throughout the day, eating every 2 to 3 hours.
Exactly. And you know, I haven't seen it come across yet. I don't remember seeing it, but the first challenge, they had a detail on our daily reading about a study where they had 2 groups of people. They were eating the exact same food, but one group had it in the form of 3 main meals, and the other group had it in 6 small meals. And the 6 small meal group lost more weight, even though it was the same calories. That was small fuelings throughout the day. So that's a huge takeaway. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Julie, is there something you've read or heard, or you know, what's a takeaway?
No, I'm kind of like Melissa. You know, as you know, it's really been a hard thing for me to drink a lot of water, and I really pushed the water. Matter of fact, I may drink water all day and have 1 glass of tea. But I've gotten to where when I get up, I have a bottle of water. When I go to bed, I have to have a bottle of water.
Uh-huh.
You know, and that all the time. You know, and you realize if you're not drinking it, how you start to crave it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yes.
well, I do.
Yes.
And then and it's like eating those 5 meals. You know, I know at my job I'm a stress eater, and then you're not conscious of what you're putting in your mouth, and eating those 5 meals and knowing I've got to plan these meals to make my goal. You know, you really think about that food.
Right. So your portion control and planning is helping you, because perhaps in the past, when you're at your job, it's easy to have a bag of chips or pretzels there and just kind of mindlessly munching on them while you're working.
Yep.
Matter of fact, the other day, I cleaned out my desk drawer and threw bags of chips, candy bars, and everything else away.
Girl.
It's been sitting there. It's been sitting there, but, you know, it all went in the trash the other day.
Oh, it went in the trash. It didn't even go in the break room to tempt anybody else.
Nope. There's 2 other girls on dots in the office, too, you know. And that's kind of a moral support. And then our boss used to be a dietitian, so, you know, I said, I can get this for my mother when she sees us eat something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Let's see. Who hasn't shared a takeaway? How about you, Karen Clemens? You have a takeaway? That's going to be beyond this challenge?
I think my biggest takeaway has clearly been for me that no matter what kind of stress you're facing or what you're facing, you can always push yourself beyond, and even physically and emotionally, you can just keep pushing through to the end. And
that's huge.
Because this time around, I have been tested emotionally and had a lot of physical stuff that I've had to take on that I wouldn't normally take on. And I have to admit, it kind of has felt good when my brother, who is, you know, Mr. Rigid, Mr., you know, no excuses, acknowledges the fact that I surprised with what physical stuff I've been able to get done. And yeah, because I so many times I thought, you know, I can't do the challenge. I can't do that. It's just too much going on all at one time. And I thought, no, it's not an option. And so those have been my words lately, is it's not an option.
It's good.
There is no plan B. There is no plan B. That's it.
Wow.
Cool.
That's awesome. Okay, who hasn't shared yet? Kim, what is something you've been learning through this that's going to carry you beyond this challenge?
I think my focus more this time has been on sleep because I'm not sleeping as well as I usually do. Actually, I'm staying up too late. My own fault. And so the sleep has made a difference, or the lack of sleep has made a difference this time. And I know that's partially what's impacting me this go round. I'm having a much harder time this challenge than the last time, and there's just been a lot of stuff going on. So I think that's it more than anything.
Okay. But being mindful about sleep, and I guess in review, we've heard mindful about sleep, mindful about drinking water, mindful about small meals throughout the day, and mindful about even packing portions so that there's a finite amount at your desk, you know, that you're eating. How about you, Carol? Is there some sort of takeaway that you'll take away beyond this challenge?
You know what it's made me do, because I've had to account for it every day, you know, when you have to go in there and do that challenge wall, is I'm exercising. I'm walking every day. So if I'm not walking, I've done something in place of it. Like, you know, one day I mentioned I totally redid my garage closets, and they are organized and in boxes and everything together. Or I'm outside working for couple of hours, so I substitute for a walk, but I am doing exercises every day, so because I have to account for it. And to me, that's my accountability thing, not just necessarily the eating and the readings, although some of those things are really good. I've gotten a lot out. I really do enjoy, you know, the readings, like call your friend, text somebody today, and I can't remember all of them because it's been 4 weeks, but those little suggestions of things to do, I like those.
Yes, because, you know, this is not a diet. This is a change of lifestyle.
Yes.
As you can tell, this whole challenge has dealt with sleep, you know, taking care of stress, activity, as well as nutrition. It's not just nutrition and working out, you know, on one of these Beachbody crazy, I forget what they call them, you know, they have all these terms where people are really exercising.
Boot camp.
Yeah, boot camp and all that stuff. I mean, you know, I'm talking about a change of lifestyle. Now, how long can someone keep up boot camp between now and the next 10 years? Are they really going to exercise like that daily, or weekly? Well, and Dr. A talks about no amount of exercise compensates for eating poorly. If we eat poorly, if we have a lot
well,
of...
and that amount of exercise isn't even good for you, because Mary Lee Retton had her first hip replacement before she was 40.
Yeah.
Who is that?
So...
Oh,
Mary Lou Retton, the gymnast, yeah.
Wow. Mary Lou
yeah,
she had a hip replacement at 40? Yikes.
Before she was 40.
Woo. Man.
Your body can't sustain that kind of prolonged physical. That's why NFL players only play for 7 to 10 years max.
Yeah, because
their bodies can't sustain that.
Yeah. Well, and in the same way that no amount of exercise can compensate for poor eating habits, nothing tastes as good as feeling healthy.
I like that.
When you go out for your Valentine's dinner or whatever, I'm sure there's all kinds of delectable treats, but really, nothing tastes as good as feeling healthy and energetic, right?
Right.
I think we've all gotten a taste of having increased energy, increased well-being, and
There's a euphoria that comes with the energy that you get.
Julie, did you have something to share?
I'm sorry?
Julie, did you have something to share?
I just said,
Well,
I was agreeing with her point about feeling good when you're eating healthy.
Now, I know, Julie, I heard you say you lost 16 pounds as per the scale at the nursing home. Now,
yes.
Do you feel you're eating enough to feel satisfied through the day, or are you feeling hungry?
Sometimes, it just depends. I've started eating a little more with a little more stability. I mean, I'm still eating like eggs and toast and yogurt and things like that, and salads and protein. So if I want something, I'm going to eat it. No, I'm not going to deprive myself of it. But I know that there's limitations.
Yes.
Where somebody hands you a bag of candy, eat one piece instead of the whole bag.
Right.
But
well, you can.
Yeah, but I think I'm fine as far as what I'm eating.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure you were getting enough protein. And
yes.
I heard you say 5 small meals, and see, a lot of us are doing 6. So for someone to do this long term, live with and feel energetic with. So I just want to make sure you weren't eating too little. That's what was.
No. I always make sure that I'm not still hungry. But I try to eat like salad and things that are gonna, they fill you up for a while, and that holds me over. But yeah, I eat a lot of protein. Matter of fact, when I look at something to eat, that's the first thing I look for is the protein.
And is that new for you during this challenge to ingest that much protein?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's usually that's what I want.
Okay. Well,
but no, I do look more for the protein count.
Okay. Well, great. Well, I see that we have less than 2 minutes. I wanted to see if anybody had a comment on how to finish strong. Do any of you have a real short comment about how we can finish strong? I guess stay intentional. Stay focused on your water. Stay focused on your sleep.
No plan B.
No plan B. And, it's been my pleasure to be your health coach. I love it. It energizes me. And I can't wait till the next challenge.
And you are great as a coach.
Well,
you're wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody to compare it to, but you've been wonderful.
Well, thank you. It gives me joy to do this. And I've coached with Kim together at our church in a Bible study, and I just love it. So anyway, blessings to you this next week, and let's do this, Team Galloway.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, great. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording, and then if it stays on a little bit longer,